During the pandemic and the stay-at-home orders, a lot of people are fostering shelter dogs before they find their forever homes. And Bay Area Senior Dog Rescue Muttville has started virtual adoptions to make sure their dogs find the right homes as well. Joining us now is Muttville founder Sherri Franklin. Sherri, thanks for joining us. It's great to hear a business or an organization or an agency to be able to continue doing what they're doing during a time where, places aren't able to continue operations.
I agree. I'm so happy that we can, do what we do, continue saving lives. And also, you were talking about cabin fever. You will never get cabin fever if you've got a dog in your life, because you've got to, take care of them and walk them and do everything. And we found that our foster program has boomed. We are getting more and more applications, and actually for adoption as well. We're getting quite a few adoption applications.
Yeah, and I mean, I know, people talk about cabin fever, but there are a lot of people that actually live by themselves, and with social distancing, and we're not really able to hang out with our friends or hang out with family. So I know that if I was able to have a dog, I would absolutely adopt one, because I'll tell you, it gets lonely at home when you live by yourself, and dogs really fill that void.
That's true. Actually, I do live alone, but I have 7 dogs at my house, and I never lonely, never.
Now, who's in your arms right now?
This is Pierre. He actually got adopted. Most of our dogs are flying off the shelves. We are doing virtual adoptions now. We've worked on some protocols with the city, working together to try and make safe adoptions happen. And it's really paying off. We are, of course, interviewing each home to make sure we're making an excellent match with the dog and the family. And it's just been a win-win for us. It's so wonderful to see these older senior Muttville dogs get these great homes.
And I was just going to ask, I know, I've spoken to you guys over at your agency before, and I know that there's a whole process of trying to match the dog to the right household. Some person might think that, a husky, for example, is a great pet, but it may not necessarily fit their lifestyle. So you guys are still doing the virtual interviews and trying to match it based on just, the best pair, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we don't want to see any animal or any person have to deal with a bad fit. And we have dogs that are active that want to go on hikes with you. And we also have total couch potato dogs. And we want to make sure that they go to the homes that's what they're expecting too. So it's been really wonderful to see how our community here in the Bay Area has really stepped up. And our life saving has increased so much since this pandemic and this crisis started.
And another good, a silver lining in this particular scenario with virtual adoptions is, when a person comes into your location and talks to you and does the interview, you don't necessarily get to see what their house looks like. But when you're doing a virtual interview, they're able to kind of walk you through the house so you could see what kind of environment the dog would be put in.
It's absolutely incredible. I almost feel like this is something we could continue doing. We've done this a little bit with people that have not lived in the Bay Area, but actually the adopters are really appreciating it. They get to actually do one-on-one with the foster family. We do a lot of FaceTime, Zoom, Google Hangouts. We do what we can, and then we've got a safe protocol drop off for each dog that does get adopted. So we've worked out some of those quirky things that we want to make sure we're all safe during these adoptions.
And that was going to be my next question. How does the handoff work?
Well, it's been tricky, but we've finally gotten a great, we do something, we have carabiners, we have leashes that are have just come from the washing machine that are thoroughly sanitized. Those leashes are in a plastic bag that's sanitized. Those go to the new adopter, and we hook everything up with carabiners. So actually, every person gets a new dog that's been bathed, that has a new leash, and so it works. It works, and we take these pictures. It's actually been quite wonderful to see these people get really excited the first time they actually get to touch their new dog.
I'm obsessed with Pierre. I just can't stop
I know
looking
this
at
face.
him.
I cannot. He is so perfect, and he almost purrs like a cat. And he's house trained, and he's perfect. But unfortunately, he got adopted like within 2 hours after getting posted. So he's
Unfortunate for
adopted.
you, but fortunate for him.
Right, absolutely. And we get new dogs every week. We're still life saving as we were before. We're still helping out the local municipalities with their dogs in need.
How many dogs do you guys have right now?
Right now, we probably have about 30.
Okay.
We usually have 80 to 90 dogs available for adoption, and literally dogs are I hate to say the word, but they're like flying off the shelves. People that have maybe thought about it for a long time are finally realizing that, hey, I'm home. This is a perfect time to get a dog used to my house and get them house trained and do all those things. And then we give them a lot of support around alone time, because one day these dogs are going to be in the home, and the people will be back to work. So we're working on every aspect of an adoption right now.
And for the viewers that don't know or aren't familiar with Muttville, it is a senior dog rescue. They are all, of senior age. What's considered senior, Sherri?
We take in dogs 7 and older. So we sometimes will get an 18-year-old dog, and we'll sometimes get a 6-year-old dog that they lie and say he's 7, so he can come to Muttville. So we really run the gamut. We are in San Francisco, but we've actually closed our shelter. So we've become foster based. So when we heard that the shelter in place was going to happen, we immediately moved all of our dogs to foster homes, all 80 of them. So muttville.org, you can see all of our dogs. So we have an application online, and we get new dogs every day. We get great dogs. We get great family dogs. We get great dogs for seniors. We get all different kinds of dogs, all shapes and sizes.
And the benefit of having a dog that's a little older is, as you mentioned, if people have to be home to, potty train them, a lot of them come potty trained just by virtue of having lived in someone else's home before.
Absolutely. I would never bring a puppy home again. I only bring these old dogs home. They are so much easier. Most of them have had house training. They know they're so grateful, and they know how to be in a home. Look at this little boy. I mean, seriously, this is what you get. So much love, so much love. They're so gracious, and they are so loving, and they're easy. They're easier than a puppy, that's for sure.
Oh, we're going nuts in the newsroom. The way he's just nuzzling his head in your
I
neck
know.
right now.
It does feel that good too. I'm telling you, it feels that good.
Well, for our viewers at home, again, it's muttville.org. You can check out all the dogs that are up for adoption. Is the link for the virtual adoption, is that all on the website as well, Sherri?
Everything is on the website. We have been very nimble and acting very quickly to try and update everything in real time. So you might have to be a little more patient than normal, because we do have quite a few people emailing us right now, but we will get back to each and every one of you.
Well, the good thing is that I don't think a lot of us have a lot to do right now, so patience shouldn't be a problem.
That's true. It's teaching us something, right?
Absolutely. Well, Sherri, again, I'm so happy that, operations at Muttville can continue despite everything that's going on. And it sounds like you guys are doing great with the adoptions. I hope it keeps up. And as you mentioned, when all of this COVID-19 craziness is said and done, you guys may even carry on this virtual adoption plan or strategy beyond that.
Absolutely. I think it might be a new way of doing things for a lot of people. So we just go with the flow here. We have to.
That's amazing. Well, please give Pierre a big, big kiss from me. And
okay, I will. No problem. No problem.
We appreciate your time, Sherri. Thanks so much for joining us.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Of course.